Now, the indoor observation hive that I built last year, that population didn't make it through the winter. Even though they're a little more protected, their numbers were really, really reduced. The queen had stopped laying, I think, way too early. And so there was just a very tiny handful of bees to try and make it through the winter. Anyway, I've cleaned out that hive, and I might put more bees in, especially if I get a split, a small split. But for the time being, I've just left the combs in there and let the bees that we have out in the yard and the feral bees come in and rob it out. So they're taking the resources. But what I noticed is that almost all the resources are gone and have been gone for some time. And I keep getting lots and lots of interest and activity. So I do think that this is mostly a robbing frenzy going on, but I'm sort of hoping that maybe there are some scout bees in here from a colony. I don't think it's one of my hives, but it could be. That is getting ready to throw off a reproductive swarm. And being about 20 feet above the ground and facing south and pretty much being an ideal situation, I think maybe there's a chance that a swarm would move in. And that would be really interesting to document. So I'll be keeping an eye on this for a week or so and see if there's any sign of a swarm moving in. And after a couple weeks, if there isn't, I may wind up putting some bees in here, either a small split or a package. We'll see. Look at these guys. They're going nuts. So a lot of them are just going crazy with foraging, but many of them actually seem to be measuring off the hive and just exploring all over the interior of it. So we'll see. I was right. Look at this, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I believe a swarm has decided to make this their new home. Cool. I'm gonna go outside and get a picture of this. This is pretty sweet. Just sweet as all get out. We're looking at honeybee democracy in action. So if you see something like this, don't panic. This is a good thing. It's natural. The bees are not attacking your home. They're looking for a new home themselves. And of course, I've given them one right there. So having that up there was like having a good swarm trap. So that looks like a very significant swarm. And all of my hives are too new and too small to be responsible for this, which means these bees are feral bees that are coming out of the woods and finding a new place. So I'm going to leave, I've put some dark coverings on the inside of the plexiglass, and I'm just going to cross my fingers that they decide to move in. It's entirely possible that they could change their minds, but we'll find out. I'm going to wander around here and see. You can get the sense that the buzz is incredible in the air. Look at it. They are just all over the place. But they're absolutely wonderful at this. What an exciting thing. Very cool. I'll take some more video as this progresses. Yeah, this is about as neat of a thing as I've seen. How cool is this? Hopefully it means free bees. Because I tell you, that looks like about, 5 pounds. 5 pounds of bees, maybe 6. That would be a large hive. And that observation hive isn't really that large, but it's kind of an ideal size. 6 frames of deeps. It's kind of an ideal size for a swarm. So I couldn't have planned that better. Excellent. You notice I've put some foam weather stripping between the 2 windows a couple weeks ago. I think that was a good call, because otherwise these bees would now be trying to set up shop inside the garage, which is sort of counterproductive. But as it is, the opening is right there. So maybe somewhere in that mass is a queen or two, or perhaps she's already moved in. I'm not going to mess around with them. I'm just going to leave them to their own devices and see how they. Here's what it looks like from the inside. Wow, is that cool or is that cool? Man, that is phenomenally interesting. Look at that. The sound is incredible. Listen. Yeah, I'm not going to open these for a while. They look like they're doing fine. So they've decided to maybe make themselves. This is pretty cool.